Hi everyone, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and we are doing a tarot combos video. I love looking at how my tarot decks get along with an oracle counterpart, because in my readings that I do, and everyone's reading style is different, but in mine, I do like to incorporate tarot and oracle. I like for them to talk. Every now and then I will use exclusively only tarot, and every now and then I'll use only exclusive oracle in a reading. But more often than not, I want them to talk. I love the melodies that come up, the music that happens when the different notes of the cards, of the messages hit one another. So I am always looking at what decks play well with one another, always. And so I recently scored the first edition, Llewellyn edition of the Light Seers. Oh my God, I feel like I say that all the time. Oh my goodness. Anyways, sorry, I'm having clearly a moment. Of the Gaian Tarot. I've been wanting this deck forever and ever. And I finally got it. And so I'm so excited. And I've been wanting to play with it forever. And I've got it. It's in my hands. It's in my home. It's in my heart. And it's already been giving me some amazing readings. And I can't wait to start using it for clients too. And it's just delicious. So, yeah. This is a deck that had been on my wish list forever. Forever. And I was like, nope, I don't want the Schiffer version. Thank you, Schiffer, for all that you do. I am appreciative of some of the decks that I have from Schiffer, Red Feather, but I just did not. Now that I know that this deck was, on Llewellyn, old school Llewellyn stock, no, sorry. This is what I need. I need this one. So I rarely ever, oh my goodness, I love this. I rarely ever go searching for a deck, like a first edition or a second edition, or I rarely ever do that, because for the Bohemian Gothic, for example, I almost bought a first edition. And then I saw the third edition online when they were still being sold on the website on Baba Studios. And I was like, oh, well, I'm just going to go and get the third edition for a much reasonable price. I actually like the coloring better of the third edition. I like the backs better. It worked out for me. And yeah, sometimes there are perks to having the first edition for sure. But there's also something to be said about having all the kinks being worked out, by the third or whatever printing it is. So, sorry, had to go on a little tangent, making my video way longer than it needs to be, but just have to say that. All right, so let's get started, because I have a lot of different decks I'm going to use in this video. Obviously the Gaian Tarot, and then we're going to pull from different oracles. I have the Sacred Destiny Oracle, the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. This is the Queen of the Moon Oracle. I always want to call it something else. And this is our lovely Ethanes, the Awakened Soul Oracle. So that's what we got on the table. And I wanted to see which oracles play well with this deck so I can start doing readings with them and incorporate them. So let's go ahead. We've got the moon. Isn't that a gorgeous moon? Oh my gosh. I love that. Just amazing. So let's see what comes up here. Okay. Now, the reason I pulled the Sacred Destiny Oracle is because both of them have white borders. So sometimes when I'm looking at tarot combos, I am looking at the aesthetics of it all. I am not going to trim this deck, nor am I going to trim this deck. So seeing the white borders together makes me happy. I like how it's uniform. Yeah. And so this is stillness with the moon, which is such a poignant message. Oh, I love it. Now, let's see it with another card. We have the Mirror Guardian. Take time to reflect. This is from the Angels and Ancestors. That's from the Sacred Destiny before. So that works too. Mirror Guardian, take time to reflect with the moon. That works as well. Let me see. To make sure I have room. And then we have the Queen of the Moon. Here's Waning Crescent 5, Peace. And of course, I mean, with the Moon card, you have to be careful not to get a glare. Isn't that beautiful? All of these decks like work. See, this deck though. And Perseverance. This is the Awakened Soul Oracle. And that too, you know, with the moon, you know, you push forward, you push through it, you know, you keep going, but you may not be able to see everything, see your steps ahead. So you have to you rely on your other senses, especially your intuition, and you have to persevere and keep going and push through so you can get to the dawn of the sun, you know. Okay, now I gotta make room for all of my cards. So we went there. Let's see. We have the Nine of Fire, which is not my traditional understanding of the Nine of Fire, Nine of Wands, but we'll work with it anyway. Let's see what we get. So let's start with the Angels and Ancestors. We got Seer, see beyond the current situation. And I could totally see that with the meaning of the Nine of Fire from what I understand it to be. Like, you know, yes, you're toiling and it just look beyond your current situation, because now you're almost arriving to the end and a new beginning will be at hand. So that, I like that. Let's see with this. Okay. You're nearing success with the Nine of Fire. Oh my goodness, I love that so much. These are like so visually beautiful together. I like that. Nearing success. All right, Queen of the Moon. Waning Crescent 2, Resistance. And there could be some resistance on the path to the Ten of Fire for sure. For me, many of these decks are working. Let's see. Sanctuary. Now, what I like about this combo here is that at least with this Nine of Fire, you get a sense that this man or this person, you know, is anchoring themselves. There is a sanctuary situation going on in this image. Sanctuary situation going on here. So sometimes, you know, when you're looking at the cards, it's like almost a confirmation with two similar things happening. That's just one of the many things you can pick up on. And when you're doing the tarot readings too, it's like, oh, okay. It's just kind of even more affirmation or confirmation of something. We've got the Five of Air. And we'll start with Kyle Grays. Let's see. White Witch, be the light. through the conflict. She's looking at them like, I am just going to be the light here and take the higher road and show y'all how is that. Oh. I'm being silly. I've spent too much time in the house, you guys. Adventures. 5 of air. I like that. Because, yeah, definitely an adventure, dealing with some defeat and like feeling like a lose-lose situation, highs and lows, definitely adventurous. Okay. Flower moon, blossoming, 5 of air. Adventures, look. Lots of adventures going on. Adventure and 5 of air. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, next up, guardian of fire. So, let's see. Protection guardian, drop your shields. Change. I like that too. Oh my goodness, I like that. Oh, I'm in love with this combo. Waxing Crescent 6. The Path. Oh my goodness. And then Cleanse with the fire. Oh my goodness. Oh. This is so much fun for me to see how the cards look together and then see, pick up on little messages with the combos. Who knows if these combos will ever happen again, right? But, they probably will, they probably won't, who knows? But it's just being able to see how the images and the keywords and the messages and the intuition that comes bubbling up to our minds and toward the forefront, how it all kind of just coalesces together is so cool. Okay, oh, I like this. Focus, the seeker, and the seeker is traditionally the fool. Really like that combo. Shifting your focus and saying, okay, let's do this. Let's shift the focus and embark on a new journey. It's time to go. Let's do it. I like that. Clearly, the Sacred Destiny is one of my favorites in terms of the combos. Sun, enjoy success and happiness as you, the seeker, embark on your journey. Yay. Waxing, give us 4 will. This is cool. Like the similar colors here. Similar. I like that as well. And then gratitude. Oh. And I have a lot of Oracle decks, but these were the ones I was just called to like pick up and say, let's have a go with them and see how they work. Let's do this one. Ooh, look at that. Pleasure and the Lovers. That totally works. Obviously. That works. That plays, as they say. Summer, bask in joy and light. And with the Lovers, The Lovers represents like that little season before summer. So like late spring. So I'm getting all that sunshine energy from these two cards. Basking in joy and light. I would say these two are basking in joy and light. Oh my goodness, pleasure. I did not do this, guys. I swear. That's so funny. Pleasure. Again, only, so we have two different pleasure cards. I actually shuffled these good because I like to shuffle, like have it be a little more organic of the combos. I like also finding some that I'm like, okay, yeah, this is something I need to show you guys. But they're more often than not with my tarot combos, I like to shuffle the cards good and just kind of see how they work. Because I also want to see when they don't work. I think that's important to see that too. Did we already do this? Oh, no, we didn't. Healing in the area of love. And I'm sure the guidebook probably has, for the Oracle, has some wonderful messages surrounding healing as it pertains to the context of the lovers, and also in the context of the question too. So I love this deck. I knew I would. It's one of those wish list decks that stayed on there until the right edition came. I'm so ever grateful. I really, really am. 7 of Air. Protection. That's what I typically think of. Protection, defense, when I think of 7 of Air. But when I look at this image, I don't necessarily get 7 of Air, 7 of Swords. I get a sense with protection, 7 of Air, or 7 of Swords, like having to protect yourself because someone might be they might be withholding something from you. They may not be forthright. They may be, could be just outright stealing from you, or you could be the one doing that. It feels like something needs to be protected. When I think of the 7 of Air. So that makes sense to me. And that's why I said sometimes in a reading, it's just going to boil down to, okay, the key word in this image with what I understand and know about the tarot, whether you are working with Thoth or you're working with, Rider-Waite-Smith or any other kind of tarot system, but you understand okay, this is generally what the 7 of Air means, but this really draws it out, then it's still a successful combo. Even if I'm I need to read up on why this was chosen. Is this an old map of terrain that's not there? And maybe, I don't know, I'll have to look at the guidebook for that one, but I'm not going to do that now, because that's not necessary, but just interesting. Okay. Waxing gibbous to fear. I love this card so much. And again, I can also see fear with the traditional 7 of Swords. And I'm okay with tarot decks deviating from the meanings. I'm not a purist in that sense where it has to be it has to be in this kind of way for me to be able to work with it. I work with, my intuition and the deck and the image and the question that we have for the reading. That's all that plays into it. Oh, sorry. Gotta move to this one. Release. I like this card a lot. Visually, these two look really good together. Oh, I like that. And I like even just releasing, just like, okay, that whole thing where, like, I always took this adage of, unless you give me a reason not to trust you, I'm going to trust you. I'm going to release the worry and release the doubt and trust. Even if, some people are saying not to trust your behind with your 7 of air energy. But I'm going to release that. And so maybe with that release, this is more speaking to how I release. You know what I'm saying? So that could be also how the cards are reading too. It's interesting. Okay. 2 of air. And then, I didn't do this combo. And I think we should. Hold on. Because I think this was for the lovers. So, guardian angel, you are not alone. And 7 of air. And again, that visually looks really good together. Okay. Now we go to 2 of air. We'll start here. Spirit Fox. Trust your talents in changing times. I like both cards. Healing chaos. Again, for me, picking up on what I understand of the 2 of air, the 2 of swords. Having to choose, having to make a choice when you don't have all the information, being presented a choice to have to make. Not being able to make a choice, the inability, the unwillingness to make a choice at times. And as a result of that, there could be chaos going on. Chaos that's either been going on and we just are kind of rendered rendered powerless. Like we just don't want to make a choice, or we feel like we can't, or we really could just open our eyes and just say, okay, I'm going to face and heal this chaos here. I'm going to choose to open my eyes and deal with it. So, it's interesting. Interesting. I like tarot combos. Waxing gibbous 6. Action. Sometimes it's it's okay. Spirit's like, okay, this is what's going on. You're kind of stuck and not really wanting to make a choice or needing to, but you need to. You need to take some action now. It's time. Time to take action. So sometimes the card is speaking about what needs to happen over here, giving you, the guidance here in the oracle, and then in the tarot saying, okay, this is what's going on. This is how you can work with that and deal with that. And then we have rescue. Yeah, or you can rescue yourself by opening your eyes and just looking at what the choices are before you and pausing, listening to your intuition, and then making a choice and rescuing yourself. Oh, child of earth. Just love so much. Hunter, track down your fears and desires, which is interesting because this is traditionally the page of earth. And I get I get more knight of earth, but maybe, like a late page, early night. It still for me works. I don't know why. It just does. Track down your fears and desires so you can be able to embark on those new beginnings in your career, or the earthly matters, and your physical well-being. You got to track down those fears and desires to understand, because there's a lot of information, wisdom in our fear. But we got to be able to look at our fear and be able to say, okay, what is this about? What is it? Why am I fearful here? What is this about? And kind of having a conversation with it in that tone and way. Purity. Oh, no, look at that. It works because you know, with this little cute child and purity. And so, I like to think of pure as in a little lovely little child, an innocent child and a cute bunny, you know? Oh, I just adore that song. Color-wise, these two go nicely. I mean, in song and playing, you know, taking a moment and doing what you love and singing for the sake of singing, enjoying touching an apple for the joy of it, you know, just being. We'll do a few more. Here's 8 of Fire. Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. I like that with the 8 of Fire in terms of the message. Simplicity. The feather is interesting with the shooting comets or whatever. But waxing crescent for self-love. I just love the colors together here. So pretty. And surrender. The 8 of Fire. Two of Water. Let's see. Purification. Interesting. I'm always like, interesting. Is it really interesting? To me it is, maybe not to everyone. Father Sky, trust in the unknown. New Moon, beginnings. This is probably my favorite combo yet, that and the Purification. But this is probably even tops that one. And then Magic and 2 of Water. I like this combo too. Thank goodness. Six of Earth. Illumination. Can't get to focus. Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. Let's see. Waxing, give us 3, balance. And Labyrinth, 6 of Earth. I like this combo the best. All right. Let's see. 3 of Earth. Happiness. Oh. I buy that. Medicine Garden, be open to healing information, and all of like the colors. Medicine Garden with this particular 3 of Earth with all these herbs and plants and things, and being in partnership. That all works for me with this combo. And then we have Waxing Crescent 3, growth with the 3 of Earth. Totally works as well. And meditate. 3 of Earth. Okay, we'll do one more and then I'll stop. 10 of Air. I could go all day. And Gateway. Honestly, I can go all day with this. Drum, Dream, and Journey. Let's see if there's any others. Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. I just love this card. And this one too. I actually really like those, the Ten of Air. And one more. Snake, shed old skin. Let me see if there's any others here. Diligence. And a flying high. I really like that. Oh my goodness, I really like that. It's like seeing it here and then seeing it birds, like right there with the bird from their vantage point. That's cool. Sorry, can't get it to focus. Voyage. That works too. Isn't that gorgeous? Goodness gracious. The masculine, lunar god. Wolf moon, hunger. Yes, 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 yes. That works too. Shapeshifter. Yeah, and sometimes an ending can be a gift because the new beginning is upon us. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for sitting with me as I did this massive tarot combos. I usually like to just do one or two, but I'm doing a massive one because, like I said, I'm ready to dive in and just start using this deck to the fullest. And this helps me to kind of just see what decks I want to use with it. There's other decks I'm going to always use on my reading table, always. But it's just nice to know, like, quickly which ones really play nicely. So I have a feel for that now here. All right, guys, let me know what you think. I want to hear from you. Do you have any of these decks? Do you have any of these kind of tarot combos going on? Let me know in the comments below. Much love, many blessings. Chat with you all later. Take care. Bye. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.